All right, we're at the start of day 3. We've only got about 3.5, 4 miles. Ava got a snail on her hand.
So gross.
So yesterday was a tough day. We were all really tired. I think we slept good. We have so far missed a storm, but we're prepared just in case it rains. It rained on and off last night. It's been sprinkling this morning, so we'll be back at the car before lunch. Well, we didn't make it a quarter mile before it started to rain, so hopefully it's just a passing shower. But we did hear some coyotes last night, or at least Emily thinks she did. And then we saw a deer yesterday, but that's been the only wildlife we've really seen this whole trip. So all right, the rain has stopped and we're back up at 4,000 feet. So we climbed a little over 300 feet since we camped. And this should be our highest elevation. We're getting ready to, for today anyway, we're getting ready to dip back down into where there's that first water crossing on the first day. And then we'll climb back out to the road. So this will complete the Bear Rock Loop, which is 27.5-ish miles, depending on what you do. So I'll put I'll show a quick picture of the map, and you can download that from Cal Topo, or if you just search Dolly Sods Loop, that the route that we took is on here. And I also put it in Gaia GPS, and it has become instrumental out here. One of the things about this place is that, like we've talked about, there are very little markers. There's no trail markings, and without Gaia and being able to follow our route, we certainly would have been lost several times off the trail. And having that guiding line is critical. And a video I did about planning, that's one of the things we talk about. And I'll put a link in the description below for that. That just kind of gets you set up for success for your hiking adventures. So check it out.
There's a car over there on that mountain.
Looks like we got some rain off in the distance again. So a couple other things that we learned, aside from making sure you have a good route map, is manage your food and your hydration. Yesterday we did almost 15 miles, and we probably did not eat enough. And so you just got to pay attention to the calories you take in versus the calories you're burning. I think we made up for it at dinner, but sometimes you can get behind, so sometimes you got to force yourself to stop and eat. And that goes for hydration as well. You can be feeling good and not feeling thirsty, but by the time you're thirsty, you're already way behind. And we've been fortunate. It's been relatively cool here. The day highs have been in the 60s. So, but if it was super hot, and based on the level of work, you just got to manage your hydration and those calories so you can keep going. For some people, 15 miles is isn't a big deal. For some people, 15 miles is a huge deal. So just where you fit on that spectrum, just be cognizant of the food you need to get it done. All right, this is our final climb for the hike. So I guess we got a little more than a quarter mile to go, and we'll be back where we started. All right, we made it. So 28 miles back to the sign.
No shortcuts.
No shortcuts. And it's a good day. So we were parked just a little bit away from where the trailhead is. And did that last little bit and a little bit of a dash because that one wanted to come out first.
I'm the family champion. We Dolly.
So, great experience. Like I said, a couple other things to think about. If you don't hike with hiking poles, I would strongly suggest it. Not just for stability, but it keeps your hands from swelling. So if you hike without hiking poles, your hands will swell by the end of your day, regardless of how far you've gone. So get a good set of trekking poles. It'll help you in these off-stable places. It gives your hands something to do. Your upper body can help you on uphills, but mainly it keeps your hands from swelling, which is a big deal if you're going to be out for any period of time. The last thing I guess we'll say before we wrap this up is make sure you have good rain gear. You know, a lot of people say pack covers don't work, and that's a bunch of crap. They do. You don't want your stuff wet. So I use a dry bag liner on the inside. All my important stuff sits in dry bags, but I use a pack cover, and I've been in pouring rain and my pack hasn't gotten wet. So just be mindful that everything that you need to stay dry, especially when it's cool, is what's going to keep you alive. Because once you get cold and wet, you can get yourself in trouble pretty quickly. So spend the $50 and get a pack cover if your pack didn't come with one. All right, final thoughts. 28 miles. Two nights and a little bit of a morning. So our last stretch was just at 4.5 miles to get from camp to the car, and Mother Nature took care of us. Right after we got here and got fresh clothes and everything packed up, it's starting to rain again. So this storm that kind of altered our plans actually kind of skirted around us. So it was a great weekend.
Good weekend.
Any last thoughts?
It was a great hike. Recommend.
Yeah, so if you made it this far, we really appreciate it. We're going to be doing a bunch of hikes this summer, and we'll get into some of the gear reviews of the stuff that we've been using later on. So
because we have likes and dislikes.
We have likes and dislikes. So give us a chance, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next hike.
We're gonna go pop some blisters.